Peace be to all. I hope everybody's having a beautiful and wonderful day. So today I'm just coming to y'all with a video about harvesting. So today I'm just going to be showing y'all a couple things that I'm going to be harvesting, and I'm going to be giving y'all a couple tips and tricks. If you are not familiar with microgreens are small greens that are grown for their nutritional value, and they are harvested very early. The normal time, they might take anywhere from 5 days all the way up to 14 days. Some may take 21 days, but I don't really too much deal with those because the point of microgreens is to do it fast. So I try to stick to radish, mung bean, and peas. So right here I have some peas and some radish. So I'm able to start these outside at this time of the year because it has cooled off quite a bit. You don't have to waste money on a grow light. You don't have to waste money on equipment. If you have a little bit of space in your backyard, you can just have a few trays, lay you out some soil, get you some seeds, and then just spread them out. A way to help with germination is if you soak them overnight for about 12 hours. I say no more than 12 hours. And then if you're not able to do that, you can do what I did. You can go ahead and lay them out, and then you can put a thin layer of vermiculite or a thin layer of coconut coir on top. And that's just to maintain the moisture whenever the wind is blowing, because the wind and the sun will still dry out soil. So that's enough with microgreens. Self-plug, it's a lifestyle. I'm gonna put my website in the description. I got a couple products that contain microgreens. These greens are grown authentically, holistically, and they're grown with intention. All right, so now we finna get into some of the harvesting. So I have a container here with sweet potatoes. I planted these in May, I believe I planted these in May. So I may be a little overdue for harvesting. I always forget how much time sweet potatoes are supposed to stay in the ground. They say you're supposed to wait until they're about to die and the leaves are turning yellow and they flower and things. But I'm finna just go ahead and harvest these because I need this bucket, this pot for something. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this foliage out the way. You actually can eat these leaves. Oh, as y'all can see, a small one already. And if you know about sweet potato leaves are very good for you. They are very high in vitamin K. So I'm finna harvest the rest of these greens, and I'm gonna end up saving some. I might try to freeze some, look up a recipe to see how I could preserve them. Woo. These were store-bought sweet potatoes. I had bought some sweet potatoes from the store, and I just put them in some water, and I got some slips off of them. So we'll see. Got a couple of small ones now. I always like to get the foliage out the way first, just to make it a little bit easier whenever you're harvesting. I'm gonna go ahead and move this mulch out the way as well. Another reason that I wanted to go ahead and harvest them is because the leaves, they're starting to get small. And whenever the leaves are starting to get small, I could tell it's because it's getting colder. The nights have been around 55 and around there. So sweet potatoes love 75 and above, 80 and above. So this is not necessarily the best climate for sweet potatoes anyways. And this will give me enough time to cure them before Thanksgiving so I can make a sweet potato pie. I ain't even got none yet. I'm already talking about. We'll see. It'd be crazy if it ain't none in here. What if it ain't none in here? Oh, nah, it's some in here. Dang. Yeah, there's some in here for sure. Got us a few. need to use some. Let me get this fork. Dang, got my hopes up with it. I don't know. I don't know how we did, y'all. Trying to see. Let's see. Yep. Start with the fork already. Okay, I think I see. Got a little compacted at the very bottom. But not the very bottom, it's actually quite a bit to go. Yeah, I think that's it, y'all. It's a very big container for not that many sweet potatoes. I'm still happy because I got some and I ain't have to pay for nothing but 2, and I got this many off of it. And this soil I ain't have to pay for either because this was compost. This was literally a compost bin, and I just planted stuff in it, so I ain't have to pay nothing. And I got this for free at a nursery, the actual container. So what can you really complain about? We also have another container over there that I'm gonna be showing y'all that we'll be harvesting some more sweet potatoes from, but it's smaller, kind of like the one I did last year in my last video where I harvested sweet potatoes. All right. All right, so after further discussion with the camera person, they think I should dig a little deeper and see if there are sweet potatoes since I didn't go all the way to the bottom.
2 hours later. 1 eternity later.
So after about 5 minutes of back breaking, shoveling, and me sweating, you see what I'm saying? There's nothing at the bottom. It's just a whole bunch of compaction, as y'all can see. So actually, it was good that I dug this out because I do need to get rid of some of this compaction, bust some of this up. We almost at the very bottom, but there's nothing down there. We're gonna go ahead and flip this one over into here just to make it a little bit easier. Y'all see that? That's crazy. I should go look at the ground over there and see if there's any roots sticking out. Yeah, y'all. I think it was the sweet potatoes. I don't think the slips was too good this year. This still a little something to eat off of. Maybe could make a little porridge or something. But yeah, this was not the year for me when it came to these sweet potatoes. Dang, that's kind of disappointing a little bit. I was expecting this one to have did a little something. That's the best we got right there. So just to end off and boost my spirits, I'm just gonna be harvesting some peppers and probably some herbs. And y'all could just come along on this journey. Probably ain't gonna talk too much, but y'all can see what I'm doing. Ooh, this one gonna be pretty when it ripens. These are poblanos. I'm mainly just getting those peppers that are already turning the color to ripen, because I want them to finish ripening. Some of them won't before I end up storing them, but I probably will end up making some pickled peppers with some of these, especially these right here. So right now, what I'm doing is just thinning out a lot of these. Gonna end up using the greens. These aren't microgreens, but they could be considered baby greens. The flavor will be way more pungent, being that it's a smaller plant. So whenever you're thinning out, the biggest thing that you're looking for is just clumps of greens. So a good example would be right here. So you see how all of these are kind of in the same area? 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you would do is you would come in here. You could potentially pull this one out, that one out, and this one out, and even this one. And that'll give these two a little bit more space to grow. Now you got a few baby greens. Another technique is just going to the smallest ones and just pulling out all of the smallest ones. But that's up to you. So this is what we got right here. Gonna be washing these off, probably chop them up as a small salad and use them as a topping for something to eat. So this concludes today's video. This is the harvest. Got some peppers in there. Had a couple tomatoes that I harvested about 2 days ago. I just left those in there. Got some radishes, some baby greens, then got some sweet potatoes. This is a harvest that can go a long way. We got peppers, we got super hot peppers, we got something that's very good for the nutritional value. Radish is real good for inflammation. It's also very good for the gut. Sweet potatoes, like I said earlier, is very good for vitamin K. They have a lot of antioxidants in them. And when wintertime coming, don't fall victim to seasonal depression. You can still garden, no matter if it's seed starting, trying out some hydroponics, studying. It's nothing more exciting than learning something new about gardening and then applying it the next season. So you don't have to stop just because it's 30 degrees, or you don't have to stop just because in your climate you can't grow, or they say you can't grow. Always test boundaries and have fun with it. And remember, it's a beautiful day to garden.
Draining all your energy, better pull them like a weed. Undefeated in life, shit, I sprouted like a seed.